Alright folks, and welcome back to For Johan, our Ajax Football Manager 2018 beta save. You were last with us for the Krasnodar game. We've got a few things to go through. We're going to go a bit more in depth, because let's be honest, I was a bit excited yesterday with the release of the game. I just wanted to get playing. But what have we missed? What have we looked at? We need to look into the bit of the squad, bit of the club. So let's get into this. We've got Nice, by the way, in the Champions League Qualifier. That is no easy task. Home leg first, so that's also a bit of an issue, but we'll get to that. What I want to look at, though, is the dynamics. So, our squad, who are our players? This is our hierarchy. So, our team leaders are Lasse Schön, Huntelaar, and Joel Veltman. Now, I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that because they're probably the core of the team. So, those are the three players that are going to play. Influential players, Viergever, Sim de Jong, and Sint-Graaf. And Sim de Jong, obviously, is a bit of a club legend at Ajax, but he's a return to the squad, having been out on different transfers. He has a little bit of a go at Newcastle, didn't work out too well. Influential players, Michel Dijks, Hakim Ziyech, as you'd expect, and Amin Younes. Then the rest of the other players are in there. It's interesting that Kasper Dolberg is down there as an other player. You'd thought, given that he broke through quite nicely last year into the team, you can see there 29 games for Ajax now and 16 goals, all coming in that first debut season for the club. You'd have thought he might be pushing into what you might call an influential player. But he is possibly, he is a wonder kid, so he's quite easily our best youth prospect. But let's have a look at some of the other youth prospects. They've moved the academy stuff down here. So, if we pull up the old the ratings, if I can find it, reports, that's the one we want. So, potential-wise, we're looking at Noah Lang. He looks pretty decent, so we'll try and get him involved if we can. Maybe some of the cup games if we play anyone a little bit under strength. Shea Nunnally will be a name familiar to a lot of people. We'll try and get him involved. He's quick, isn't he? He's quick as dynamite. So let's get him in the team. Victor Jensen, he looks good as well. So we've got quite a few decent players coming through the prospects. Have we got anyone in the under-19s, the real academy? We've got Serginho Dest. Now, he looks pretty good for a 16-year-old fullback. I'm encouraged by that. We've also got Liam van Gelderen. Again, he looks a decent centre-half, although 5'10". I'd like them to be a little bit bigger, at least 6 foot usually. Right winger in Eros Madi. He looks okay. We're going down a bit now, but there's still 4-star potential, 5-star possible. And he looks okay. Sebastian Pasquale, great name. Joe Pasquale, what a player. Right, so that's the academy as it is. You'd expect, obviously, that the worst players we've got in our under-19 side are 1.5 star to 2.5 star. That's as bad as it gets at Ajax. So I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Or should I say happy? Excuse me, let's put that back on what we want. Selection info. Fantastic stuff. So that's the youth prospects. But let's have another closer look at the first team. Let's have a look at some of these players. Obviously, our key players are Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. Now, the man comes with vast experience, 82 goals for Schalke last year. He's 82 in one season, that would be good. Bit of a tail off, you can see there, just 2 in 16, but before that, prolific goal scorer, certainly. Been a prolific goal scorer everywhere he's been, including 4 seasons at the Arena before moving on to Real Madrid, where he featured sparingly, you might say. Next players, we've got Mathis de Ligt. I think this guy's a class act. He's just 17. You forget it. I forgot he was 17. I thought he was about 22. So he's 17, and we'll be putting a lot of hope on him. He's already got 28 league appearances, albeit most of those, or rather over half of those, are for the Ajax reserves in young Alex. And who else shall we take a quick look at? I think we should have a look at Dolberg himself there. And who else should we take a look at? Let's have a look at Veltman. He's good as well. Everyone in this squad is more than capable. And what's nice is not many of them are on big wages. Danny van der Beek, he's just signed a new contract. He's going to be good, he is, I think. A little bit of work needed physically, but he's worth nearly £5 million now. 4-star potential, 5-star possible. Just on $9,000 a week, that's all he wanted for his new contract. And what is Huntelaar on, actually? Even he, the love for the club has obviously brought him back. Just 17.25k a week. You'd pay it, wouldn't you? Even 33-year-old Huntelaar. I'd have been quite happy if my club in IRL had signed him at Stoke, especially if he was only being paid a mere £17,000 a week. So let's check out the club finances and see how we're doing. So this is what we're looking at. Club balance, £45 million in the bank. A transfer kitty is 7.4. Wage budget available, 450k. So there's plenty available in there. Scouting budget, that's new to FM. How nice. 633,000. I don't know if that can go up or down. It's not something we have control over. So, yeah, we should pass FFP. I can't see any reason why we wouldn't. Projections-wise, transfer budgets are not huge in the upcoming season, so obviously going to go up a little bit, 12 million, 16 million. If we can secure the title and do well in the Champions League, maybe they'll improve, but that's as it is. There's no transfer or net debt. We've got a loan coming out of the club, but that's not really going to be any significance, paying 23,000 a week per month, so we should be making that no problem. So let's just have a look at the league then and look at some of our rivals. If you saw episode 0, the preview episode, I pinpointed what you'd expect the big teams in Holland to be our main rivals in Feyenoord and PSV. It's important to note how they've done. They've got, I thought that was Czech Tiote then, their hot prospect. I don't think so. Someone quite different. They've got Amrabat jumps out at me. And to be honest, Nikolai Jorgensen, top goal scorer in the Dutch league last year, his debut season, he looks pretty good for a player they picked up for just over £3 million from Copenhagen. 21 goals in 32. He is the danger man for Feyenoord. He might be the reason why they managed to pick up their league title, their first league title since 1999, all told. And let's have a look at PSV. Obviously, they've got Hirving Lozano. A lot of people will know him. 21-year-old Mexican winger. He looks exceptional. He might be a good purchase for anyone. I mean, it's not really a surprise, is it? Everyone who played FM last year knows about Hirving Lozano. Marco van Ginkel, of course, on loan from Chelsea, former Stoke legend. Who else do we have? They've got Luke de Jong, Licardia, Joris Hendricks. They've got a good side. I'd say that it's a competitive side that could certainly match ours. If anything, it's got a bit more depth to it. We're probably a little bit light in the defensive areas. You can see we've only really got the one out-and-out full-back. Veer give us sort of although he's pretty good at playing left-back. I'd see him more as a defensive midfield option myself, but that's not where he likes to play. Oh well, that's where he's going to play with me, because I think Mitchell Dykes is a better player when it comes to the left-back slot. So, we're into it then. Champions League football, the qualifier against Nice. They've got Wesley Sneijder, the former Ajax man himself. Interestingly, I haven't got the French league, or I have got the French league loaded just as a background league, so it's only loaded a few of their players, including, of course, Mario Balotelli, who looks the business. You've got to say, those attributes look pretty good. Whether or not they'll, I can only see ranges, but maybe I don't know if they'll deteriorate or go up. We'll see. You know, he had a decent year, didn't he, for Nice, moving on free from Liverpool. Good business by Brendan, that. 15 and 23. Hopefully we can shut him down today. And I think we're gonna get into kick-off as soon as we can. I'll meet you pitch side. Alright, so here's your teams then. We'll end up pretty much as we are. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dykes, Verba, Light. I don't know how long this is going to last. Van der Beek, Schöne, Sinkgraven, Cherney, Ziyech and Huntelaar. They have got Balotelli up front. It's gone quickly. You haven't got very long to get through that. I don't know if you can take it back to match preview. You can't. Oh well. So, yeah, they're going to send the assistant to talk to the players. They don't seem that interested, but at least it hasn't gone badly. So we'll end that team talk, get out into the tunnel, and I just need to do a few words to the press. Yeah, I suppose it is my first competitive fixture. It's a special day. It's a wonderful job. He's just been rested. Speak to you soon. Let's have a handshake with the Nice manager. Happy days, and out we come for this Champions League qualifying round. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit of that reset. I've changed the camera angle from what we were on the sideline. I've put it into more of a TV view, but I want it zoomed out so I can see more of that pitch. Okay, so Veltman, Van der Beek finds Ziyech, crosses. Oh, I thought it was Schöne was going to get a foot on that. He did not, but we come back with the ball now. Sinkgraven returns. He's got nowhere to go. He's tackled. I thought he was pulled there by Sneijder. Sneijder still capable of running a game, no doubt, even at 33. We've got Huntelaar. This is a tough tie. I was a little bit disappointed to get, and here is, that's an away goal for Nice. Nicodem Veneste with the goal, and that's pretty disastrous. An away goal. Yeah, as I was saying, I was pretty gutted to get Nice. They're obviously a top side, certainly more than capable of disposing with us. That's a nice, delicious pass, and then opened it up nicely for a good finish. Oh dear. That's really disappointing. We've not really been at the races at all. There you can see there, we've only had the one shot. They've had 5. We probably need to change it at half time, but we'll let it to develop. Hopefully it won't get worse. If it does get worse, we'll have to change it immediately. Although how, I'm not sure. And a shot from distance goes into the crowd. Oh dear me. And a yellow card for Mitchell Dykes. That's not great. As we pass half an hour now, Anana kicks the ball long into the opposition half. Huntelaar heads on. Or if he doesn't, he loses out. Ziyech, where's he going? We're losing the ball. We run into no space. And Balotelli comes streaking forward, and the Nice players arrive, and that's didn't really need to be saved, did it? Didn't really need to be pushed away like that. Anana could have seen the pitch and the ball. He could have just collected it. Headed away. I can't imagine anything will come from this corner. No, Verber. Oh my, something almost did. Good save by Anana. Kept switched on. And we're lucky probably to still be in this game. Another corner now for the 39. It's all Nice and a header at the near post. It's well saved by Anana. Was that the chance? I mean, it looked clear. We're just not out the races at all. I mean, look at that. A header into no man's land, and they come away with it. It's a good strike from distance from Balotelli. Whistles past that near post. And we have had a shocking display in that first half, and I have to take all the credit. And it could get worse as we approach we're into added time. This is a disaster, isn't it? I clearly need to rethink our tactical plan. Oh dear, we're being pulled about, and it takes another decent save for Onana to keep out Schneider in the 46th minute. It's been an absolute nightmare for the boys. As I say, I can only take all the blame here myself, and that's half time. So yeah, that was appalling. So I think we're gonna. Apparently, the players are far from interested. Right, so let's get into tactics because we need. Let's get to this view. I need this right. So I don't think it's personnel. Actually, maybe it is the shape and the. Maybe it's the shape, and let's put some opposition instructions on, shall we? Let's get that done. Okay. Oops, excuse me. And what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? I think we need to play at a higher tempo and maybe hit some earlier crosses. Maybe that'll do it. And maybe play Huntelaar as a bit more of an advanced forward. Maybe that'll get the best out of him. What a disastrous half. Probably one of the worst halves I've ever presided over in any Football Manager. It can't get worse than that, can it? One shot off target we had in that half. We're supposed to be the home team. Oh, man. And we've been absolutely spanked. Look, as I say, very fortunate not to be further behind. We really need to have a rethink, I think. The friendlies haven't gone too bad. We won all of them, although obviously not against decent opposition. And again, put the ball out for a corner if you're not sure. And again, that's another fine stop at this near post. Lots of crosses going onto the near post. And having to be saved by the goalkeeper. And I'm not sure maybe that's a bit of a tweak that's needed in the game engine, the match engine. We have a chance to get back into the game. Last I showed, Skims one over the crossbar from a free kick. It's been a better reaction, but still pretty poor. What can we do to change it then? I think we're gonna clear the ball into the flanks. No, we're not. What are we gonna do? I think we're gonna play out of defence, and we're gonna go with shorter passing, and we're gonna still exploit the flanks. Let's try something like that then, because it's just not been the day. When we're trying to retain possession, we've only had 40% of the ball. This has been pretty shocking, I've got to be honest. I'm absolutely furious, and I've got no one to blame but myself. Let's get Younes on, and let's get Dolberg on, because he might be just a bit of a quicker option. Plenty of cards coming out there. Sinkgraven finds himself into the book. And, we've been awful. Awful, absolutely awful. I'm going to have to look at the feedback for this game, because it's been absolutely abysmal. We were seen out the game with a whimper. We've had one shot, which was a free kick. Otherwise, Nice have been superb value for the win, and they'll be disappointed not to have added more to the away tally. You've got to be honest. That's a really disappointing way to begin your Champions League and indeed your professional career with Ajax. Oh dear, I can't hide my disappointment whatsoever. It's a good attack. I don't know why we're playing on, so we'll continue to play. I don't think we're going to see any goal. Maybe we're not. Well, that's not a bad ball. We get exploiting the width now. It's a good ball, but it's all over, and a shocking performance in my opinion. Absolutely appalling. 3 shots on target, none of them of note, and our best player was our goalkeeper. I think there's nowhere to hide. Absolutely nowhere to hide. So I think we'll end it there. The atmosphere in the squad is growing well. It needs to grow quicker because we've got a second leg to come, and it needs to be better than that. We've got to go away now to Nice and get a result in France. Are we capable? I think we're capable. It's probably just going to be on me to try and work out some sort of better system, really. Oh, that was shocking. So, yeah, I'll analyse that game. That might take some time, to be honest, to figure out where that went wrong. And I'll be back. I'll get rid of this Akira Sassuolo. Okay. Friendly in the middle, but I'll be back for you for that away. You can see there the friendlies, we did okay. But I'll be back for that second leg in Nice, and we might end up going out of the Champions League at this rate and ending up in the Europa League. Maybe not a bad thing, but I want Champions League money and football. That's the key. Alright, so I'll be back for that second leg against Nice. We want that Champions League football. We don't want Europa League. Excellent. Right. Okay, do pop a like on there if you've enjoyed the results. I did, obviously. And subscribe to the channel, please do. It would absolutely mean the world. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.